Salve a tutti ragazzi e benvenuti su questo nuovo episodio di The Sinking City. Riprendiamo da dove eravamo rimasti. Avevamo scoperto chi aveva ucciso il figlio di Throgmorton. Adesso dobbiamo andare al bar. Al bar del porto.
The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
Va bene, un modo per arrivare. Ah, ecco il bar. Ok, siamo arrivati.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
Va bene.
You're some kind of fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Vai, dimmi.
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
All right, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Some other time. Maybe.
As you wish.
Ah, perciò per farci dire qualcosa a lei o le dobbiamo portare dell'alcol o dei proiettili. Ok, allora parliamo con il cassino.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
Devo trovare Lewis Flynn.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
Stai ospitando un criminale.
Robert Throgmorton hired me to investigate his son's disappearance. I found the note about your debt to Lewis near his cold, dead body. And it looks like Lewis murdered Robert's kid. You want him to come here and ask instead of me?
What?
Don't what me. At best, you're harboring a criminal. At worst, you're an accessory to murder.
What? No. I ain't done nothing.
Tell that to Mr. Throgmorton.
No. No. Throg. Lewis is upstairs. Here's the key.
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day.
Questo è stato facile. Arrivederci.
Bye.
Abbiamo la chiave del barista. Signor barista, posso dare un'occhiata di qua? Perché? Ma che hanno sotterrato qualcuno qua? Polvere a sparo, 2 bobine, 2 borse di cartucce, va bene. Adesso andiamo al piano di sopra.
What the? Get them! Oh!
Lasciamo perdere. A parte che è un merdaio qua, che schifo. Ah, infatti l'unica chiave apre l'unica stanza.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Com'è successo?
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Married, gone to the sea. Oh, I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
L'hai ucciso tu perché?
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse, and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
Perché hai questo aspetto?
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? You want to spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
no, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
Le tue azioni sono sembrate intenzionali. Ecco, perché la tua gente odia i throgmorton?
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
Cos'è una grande
You
famiglia?
mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
Ok, le tue azioni sono sembrate
The
intenzionali.
things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
Ho sentito abbastanza.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
Vabbè, non glielo diciamo. Facciamo così. Anzi, ci penserò.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
Ci farebbero comodi i proiettili, però... No, meglio di no.
You think you're the first person to offer me a bribe?
Please, Mr. Reed.
Now, don't try my patience further, Mr. Flynn.
Ok, tutti indizi trovati. No, non mi faccio corrompere per dei proiettili. Lo so che ci servono per combattere, però... Allora, ok. Andiamo nel... Palazzo Mente. Albert e Bessa, lui sarà colpito da isteria. Lewis era consapevole delle sue azioni. Lewis sapeva che cosa stava facendo quando combatteva con una... Lewis era impazzito e non poteva controllare completamente le sue azioni. Questa è bella. Cioè, da come lui ci ha spiegato che c'era quella nebbia rossa, secondo me... Ecco, Lewis era sotto influenza mentale. Lewis ha ucciso Albert e throgmorton mentre era sotto una sorta di influenza mentale. Non poteva controllare le sue azioni e quindi non può essere incolpato per la morte di Albert. Potrei provare a coprirlo, altrimenti Robert throgmorton vorrà avere la sua testa. E se avrei messo questo qua che sarebbe sceso. Lewis è deliberatamente ucciso. Influenza psica o no? Lewis è uscito per uccidere Albert throgmorton. Anche lui aveva un motivo, l'odio reciproco tra his madre e throgmorton. Deve dire a Robert throgmorton la verità e consegnare l'assassino alla giustizia. Questa è brutta. Cioè, secondo me, da come diceva lui, che è sceso quella strana nebbia rossa e cacchiate varie. Proviamo a tenerlo così. E ritorniamo da cosa. Perché, come ci raccontava lui la storia, ha detto che avevano salvato il figlio. Quando si è svegliato il figlio ha iniziato ad attaccarlo, poi lui ha preso, non è riuscita sta cosa rossa addosso a lui che non ha fatto più capire nulla e ha preso si è risvegliato nel magazzino. L'assassino è al bar, l'assassino è morto. Diciamo che è morto.
I tracked the murderer down, but he was attacked by those things, probably back alleys. And they tore him apart. There was that Innsmouth official, Lewis, who was covered in your son's blood. That may have attracted the beasts.
Are you certain the body is his?
Beyond any doubt. All that's left of him is a heap of flesh and this scrap of cloth. It's from his jacket. His desk is friends.
Alas, this was my revenge to exact, not some wild beast's. Something must be done about those pests. Still, justice has been served. This isn't closure, but at least I know now the story. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, we've earned it. Okay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
Sto provando a trovare la fonte delle mie visioni. Sto indagando sui casi di follia.
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions. And I needed to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
They're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
Perché un'espedizione geologica?
Geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Ci sono dei legami tra le visioni e l'isteria?
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, sleeping giants, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
Pensi che l'inondazione sia innaturale?
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster.
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Hai già fatto qualche scoperta?
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
L'omicidio e la spedizione sono collegati?
Do you think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week that Albert, the only one I could trust, was ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
Dimmi di più sulla spedizione. Parliamo del pagamento.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Buono.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
Dimmi di più sulla
If
spedizione.
I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
Ci hanno dato anche 4 proiettili e altre roba. Missione completata, gelido benvenuto. Dispersi in mare. Una chiave quartier generale spedizione. Si trova a parte a nord di Coverside, all'incrocio tra Asher Red e...
I gave you clear
Sì, abbiamo
instructions.
capito, ci hai dato le istruzioni chiare, non ti preoccupare. Casa Throgmorton, ok. Però andremo prima all'hotel.
Did I not?
Cioè andiamo prima che abbiamo anche la chiave dell'hotel. Tanto che prima di andare in quel posto passiamo anche per l'hotel. Ecco, i poliziotti se ne sono andati e noi possiamo passare. Ok, allora ci siamo già risvegliati nell'hotel. Dispersi in mare, Robert Throgmorton ha finanziato una spedizione per scoprire l'origine dell'isteria di massa che attanaglia Oakmont. La spedizione doveva esplorare il fondo del mare vicino ad Oakmont. I contatti con la spedizione sono andati subito persi. Albert Throgmorton è l'unico sopravvissuto, successivamente è stato assassinato. Io sono stato assunto per trovare gli altri membri della spedizione, vivi o morti. Throgmorton aspetterà il mio rapporto nella sua casa nella parte sud di Old Grove. Ok ragazzi, io stacco qui anche questo episodio, spero che vi sia piaciuto. Lasciate un like, iscrivetevi, condividete e commentate. Grazie a tutti per la visione, ci vediamo col prossimo episodio di The Sinking City. Grazie a tutti per la visione.